All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. My name is Katie. This is the Teliane Kazuki. And tonight we are working on the words are escaping me. But we are working on the Upcycled Traveler Slings. There we go. That's it. I'm going to be on for probably about an hour, hour and a half. I am tired tonight, but we do not have anywhere to be first thing in the morning tomorrow. So there's that at least. Okay. All right, let's get this going. Just move all my weights out of the way again. So this was, that's that. And this is also from there because it's going to use the bottom portion of that OB on the back. But then this piece was for the front. Not the pockets. The pockets will probably be, I'm pretty sure the pockets are coming out of this as well. All right. And I wouldn't do the lower front out of it because it's like, it's just too much. For a geometric print, you don't want to be using a like, I don't want to have as many competing lines. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that gets most of that Aurora there. Now I need the last, the little strap connector piece, which looks like it's probably here. Yeah, right here. I think we're gonna, this might be different from what I decided on yesterday, but we can get most of that hexagon on there, so that looks really good. So tonight we're gonna focus in on getting Traveler Slings cut, and then tomorrow night we'll be working on actually getting things sewn and ready to go. With the goal being that we wrap up on those mini Traveler Slings and all the Kato that I left behind during Dawson prep. But we ran out of Traveler Slings at Otafest, so obviously with 2 Japanese events coming up in July, definitely want to focus in on the OB. I know, I use Japanese fabrics for everything, but the OB are definitely in the elevated experience. Damn it. Where did that chalk pen go? Actually, it doesn't matter because I don't think pink would show up on there very well anyway. So we'll use the yellow. I need to get some supplies when I'm in Japan next year. More yellow refills because it's the one the kids dumped it out, so that was annoying. And then I also need to like get some air erasing pens, which are just running out of ink. So and there's no way in hell the air erasing pen would show up on this. So we're gonna use this guy. Actually, is that where I wanted it? Or did I want it flipped? No, I like that because it gets like one of the geometric patterns mostly. So shears. After I'm done cutting these, we will also swap the rotary blade before the next round of cutting. Gonna meet up with one of the women for my book club tomorrow. She's got a kiddo about the same age as my two. We're gonna go to a park, and then if everyone's in a like got enough energy sort of place, we might head to the bookshop and get like coffee and stuff like that, because they've got a little like book nook. So I did tell my kids, I'm like, you have to behave. What I mean by that, even I don't know, so it's kind of unfair, but yeah, not being complete hooligans is probably the key there. Anyway, it'll be good. I'm going to take the scrunchies along to be elastics. And then, yeah, I'll start turning the rest of the stuff probably as well this weekend. Little kiddos play in the backyard. I can have like a coffee and a sitter-vise. Before, I don't think it's supposed to be like insanely nice this weekend. Although it's supposed to be cooking on Sunday and Monday. So I think we'll go to the splash park on one of those days at least. So, in which case I will take Dallas's socks that I'm working on, because why not? It's not like water is going to hurt them. Oh yeah, that was a good choice. Okay, so that'll be there, like that. Should mostly align across the zipper, and then this will be over here, which it won't align, but that's fine because like this is gonna get folded under. We'll have leather. It still looks really good. Still obviously from the same obi. It got this like really gorgeous aurora part of the hexagony. Are they hexagons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're hexagons. Okay. Okay, we're gonna pop that over there, and we're going to do the interior cuts. And then we're going to work on getting the poppy obi cut next after that. So just making sure I'm not missing any notes in the chats. As far as I can tell, I am not. It does seem like the Twitch stream is working, so that's exciting. I'm basically using a free service, so we'll see. Yeah, basically if I cancel the free service, it's just like the overlays now then for Streamlabs that I no longer have, and I'm like, it's not like I really need those, so they're fun. But I can make boxes, and I did it on the free version previously. The main reason I wanted it was the multi-stream, so. But they can't put out dual bit, like, stuff, and that's fine, that makes sense. It would be a lot for a program to handle, but okay, and then I need to mirror this. So this should be where I can like. Too bad I couldn't lay it. Oh god. Okay, get the excess chalk off. Now that's all going to be worked into the seam line anyway, so not as big a deal, but aha! There we go. It can lay here. That's what it is. So, and then it can go along the straight line. It's either too much or too little chalk. It seems like maybe the teeth mark better one way than the other? I don't know. Doesn't matter really. Could I use a like doom? Okay, so they're done. Could I use a actual like chalk? Yes, actually, but I'm not. So I do find that these chalk markers do mark better typically. May as well take advantage of the straight line along the side here. Super excited about our trip out to Lake Victoria for vibrations, because we're also going to stop in Vernon on the way home, and there's a U-pick, and it'll be peach season, and peaches from the Okanagan are the fucking best. I'm already like daydreaming about it. And not only that, but they said that I'll have to like get my mother-in-law on board on with it, because we made peach jam last time. Oh, so fucking good. So good. But yeah, the farm that I'm looking at says that they should have a really good crop this year too, because they had favorable weather for it in the spring, which is awesome because last year they did not. So, yay. Super exciting. So yeah, peach jam will be on the to make list in August. And then, and peach cobbler. Oh, peach cobbler. So good. Am I going to declare that? I was going to say that I think peach cobbler is my favorite dessert, but, oh, that's a tough one. I really like peach cobbler. I also fucking adore, it's called Apple Brown Betty. And basically, it's like apple crumble, but the way that my mom always used to make it, it had like tapioca in it. And so the tapioca would basically make it, and I didn't realize that what basically it did was made a texture difference. I did understand that, like, obviously it absorbs moisture, but until I made it myself this year, I didn't really realize it, but it makes the apples like really like soft and jammy as well. Oh, so good. I'm a sweets and desserts person, which sucks some days, but that's okay. I love creme brulee and flan and cake and fruit sando from Japan. I don't know. Sure, that's the exterior. Or like, no, the front, I guess, would be the better description. This is the exterior. Pockets, 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 just the pockets. Pockets, 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 just the pockets, 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 just the pockets. Ding, 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 ding. All right, one more set of cuts for the interior, and then we can move on to the next one. Woohoo! All right, pockets, pockets, exterior, bottom front, something, something, and the pretty parts, the show parts of the OB. All right. Okay, that's 2 fully finished. Ha ha ha. Okay, now this one, I think we're gonna end up with like 2 belt bags. I just don't know why there's an extra cut. But what I do have to cut out is I need to do the backs for the one that we did get confirmed. And done and ready. I'm pretty sure this was just the exterior. Or is it both front and back? No, I think it's just the exterior because I don't think that fits, does it? Oh, it does. But then I don't have anything else. So can I do it? Because I'm pretty sure the lining was supposed to be something else. Wasn't it? My goodness, I think I probably should. Actually, yeah. Do you know what? We need to go back in and watch some of that video. Oh, this one's all put together too and ready. Just didn't get transferred off the desk. Okay. Well, now I don't feel quite so far behind as I did. Oh, it was clipped. We're just missing part of the package here. I know that goes with that, but I just need to figure out what configuration those pieces go together in. Same as the Phoenixes. So we'll at least, I guess, maybe what we'll do is we'll focus in on getting all the exteriors cut tonight. And then we'll do the interiors later, tomorrow, once I've had a chance to actually watch the video back. I think that's a fair line to draw. Although honestly, we've only got 2 more to cut, and then we just have interiors to do. Excellent. Okay. Well, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? I thought I'd selected more. Oh, my brain. 4. Oh, there's 5 and 6 at least. Okay. This one I saw the diagram for, and I do need to actually throw the, it needs a little bit more TLC. It needs to be put back under the steam press for the other back piece for that. So, okay. Now, I do have photos of this one so that I wouldn't get lost, because it's like a very specific layout. I think mostly that the back was on the Phoenix on both of them. And then, yeah. Okay. Okay, so back panel here. And it was above the crest, so that we got the majority of the Phoenix on here. Sweet. Looks like it was like a little bit closer here. Yeah, about there. Better? Better. Okay. Okay, and then the okay, I was actually like halfway done this. What the heck? We could actually go up on this. Oh, I see why. Nope, never mind. Right. Okay. Good enough. Scoot it this way a bit. There we go. Okay. There we are. And then the base of it was on... those are different ones. Okay, and then the base of it takes up the white chrysanthemum down here, basically. Cool. Alrighty. That, like, interfaced really nicely. It's, like, very well done. Just crisp. It's gonna make a nice bag. Hopefully it's not too hard to turn. That's the only problem with some of them when they, like, well, after I've interfaced them and stuff. Sometimes they get really hard to turn. So hopefully that's not the case with this one. Okay. Upper. I'm gonna start beating them over here. Oh, I don't have anything. What had I planned out for the strap connector? Apparently I don't have a photo of it. Oh, okay, this is where the other piece comes into play, in that the strap connector for this one is going to actually be the white, like, Cosmos. Hi, Wendy. How are you doing? Yeah, we're going to do this as the strap connector for this first one. Because then the lower front... Okay, what am I doing? Let's finish up the cuts for this first one, and then we'll do the cuts on that one. Okay, good enough. I don't remember any of the, or not, I don't remember the majority of what we earmarked interiors for yesterday. So I think what we're going to do tonight is I'm only going to cut out the exteriors, and then I'm going to go back and like rewatch my live and cut the interiors tomorrow. After the kiddos and I leave the house for a bit so that they can go run around like hooligans outside. Some of them I remembered. So we do have like some, so the crane is completely cut and ready to go. Oh, she's pretty though. That's going to be really gorgeous as a traveler sling. Anyway, I don't know. Apparently. I've been giving the kids like gentle like knock knocks on their heads to be like, are your brains in the brain can? And my youngest did it back to me tonight. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, I don't think the brain is in the brain can right now. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh, spectacular. It's gonna be so gorgeous. Yeah, these are gonna be spectacular. I'm excited. And I think I mentioned this before you came on, but the like interfacing adhered to this one so well. It's like nice and like crisp. I'm hoping it doesn't bite me in the ass. Go to turn it. If I start cursing when I'm turning it, you know it did. But yeah, I'm just hoping it's not like one of the hardest ones to turn. But otherwise, it's like it is well adhered. Nice like palette, I guess, to work with. I don't know what you would call that. Crisp to work with, at least. Okay, so now both the strap connectors are going to come out of here, and I'm pretty sure the second base is coming out of it right here. And we're going to focus on the leaf, and then we're going to focus in on the floral, and they both have to go that way. Okay. There. Okay. Got the window open right now, and it is like the perfect temperature coming in the house right now. We had another little cloud burst this afternoon. It was like I didn't know if it was actually even going to like rain, and then I looked up and I was like, well, that looks weird. Like it's not that windy, but I couldn't tell if it was like dust or pollen getting shaken off the trees. I'm like, it's a little bit late for pollen, but like not unheard of because we had that heat wave kind of, and then we had the and we've had pretty cool temperatures since then. But no, it was rain rolling over the little foothill that's over here. So the foothill. Yeah, right there. Now, can I do it so that I can just trim this and we can cut these both? Did I just take video of this because that's dumb? No, I can't, because we're going to put it so that we get the focus on the leaf here. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so next thing's next. We'll put the back on this one as well. Yes, I'm very glad that it's like actually sticking, because I've definitely fought some of these that it's like, why are you not sticking? Most of the time it's because of the embroidery, and this one is highly like detailed. I do wish, but I wonder if it's like, I didn't actually look at it that close. Could be that it's like more, well, like the vases are woven in. I don't think that's actually embroidery. So I don't know. Also, I'm just talking out my ass. Who knows? Okay, so I think this is where this is going to go down here. Right? It's really tight in on that. Like, where did the top portion go? It was literally right here. Okay, so how am I angling these? Or am I splitting them up and focusing in on different things? Because like there's this great big pine bough down here that's spectacular. And then this up here could have a good portion of, could have this leaf that I'm obsessed with. I'm very passionate about this leaf on this. It's gorgeous, that's why. But I think the pine bough needs a bit more of a focus. So let's do that. And it's such a busy print that you, like, whatever. Changing the directionality a little bit's not going to hurt anything. Because the other part of this is it's like, okay, do I... like having that little peak of it. That's good, because then what ends up happening here is this escapes the fold, and even the I can make sure that the leather tab doesn't like snap over top of it. You've got some trailing phoenix feathers. Yeah, I'm happy with that arrangement there. Bottom piece came from just the plain. So actually, so that'll work really well because it won't like do anything. This is the second of them too. So the other one is patterned, that one is not. Okay, and then this will be the white floral, and then one will be the other leaf. Good. Okay. Decision. They're going to look like two, well, the color scheme was already going to make them look like two completely different bags, but like they are officially becoming two completely different bags now. Okay. here. Yeah, that leaf is worthy of the attention that I'm giving it. Ooh, blowing out. But if it's on the table, it's like, no, I guess I could actually turn that down a little bit. La, 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 la. Hi. Image adjustments. There, and then hopefully we don't become ghosties again. I'm gonna have to actually replace some of these templates by the end of the summer probably, because it's like cutting them with the rotary cutter is all well and fine, except they're starting to like get slowly trimmed down just a bit. I wonder if there's an acrylic template for these. Feels like it's time to invest in acrylic templates. Mostly because it's just like they won't degrade or won't get cut into as easily, I guess. I wonder if my brother-in-law can cut them on the laser cutter. Because here's the thing, the cost of the actual template's not bad. It's a fucking shipping. It's like $50 of shipping. And it's not like I can just walk down to a store and buy it. No, these are all like, and it's a small business, and that's fine. I wonder if there's someone in Canada making them. There's someone doing the necessary clutch wallet, but I wonder if there's someone doing the can-do patterns that we're doing. Spectacular. Whew. Okay. I really want a coffee and a donut right now. It's like fucking 11:15 at night. Can you imagine if I drank a coffee right now? Oh my god. It would be effective. Wouldn't sleep for the next, I don't know, wouldn't sleep for like 36 hours probably. Now we just will have to have a battle royale to see which one. Oh, that's totally upside down. Shit. We're gonna ignore it. It's fine. No one else is going to notice it. But the orientation of it is upside down. Ay, ay, ay. Is that gonna have the same effect here, or should I do it? No, I'm gonna do it this way because then we get the whole leaf. Coffee and a donut? I know. It's like there's just something so satisfying about it. But at least you're like afternoon. Although I guess if you had a coffee at this point, yeah, you'd probably be bouncing off the walls with me when I get back on tomorrow night. Oh no, we're not putting that one together with that one. There we go. There's the decision made. Now, so this is where I don't know what lighting I'd pick for these. So, we're going to finish cutting the exteriors. I'll go watch my video tomorrow. And then we will get everything figured out. This one's back piece actually needs to have its interfacing redone. Also, I'm going to delete all these photos because I don't need them. Okay, not the vases. But the other ones, I don't need to keep photos of like cut schematics. I do need this one schematic. Okay, so the bottom. Okay. As far over as we can get there, and these were abutted. I wonder if I should realistically just start going in and like interfacing everything with this like light interfacing. But I'm like at the same time, the like if I make a necessary clutch wallet or anything like that, that requires a different interfacing. So I'm like, good, good. Just eking it up just a little bit because then I can get that flower more out of the seam allowance. Okay. Actually, honestly, we're going for a park run on Saturday. Maybe I'll just, that's what I'll do for my breakfast. Donut. Yum, 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 yum. And the kids can have a donut too. Or they've got like knockoff egg bites sort of thing that are delicious, or like a, so this is Tim Hortons, but they added a scrambled egg box, and this sounds unremarkable in some ways, but it is like one of the best things on their menu. It's like, so it's scrambled eggs, and I like the one with the sausage because I like sausage bits in all contexts. Well, maybe not in bits and all contexts. But anyway, I like sausage. I like the sausage loaded box. Oh no. Okay. We're going to back that up. What's the thing? The cut to commercial? I don't have commercials, so it doesn't work. Tim Hortons has put out a scrambled egg box, and it's a you can select different protein types, so you can have bacon or sausage. There we go. I get the sausage one. But it's got like a hash brown, it's got scrambled eggs, it's got the little sausage pieces or bacon pieces, and then it's got a chipotle sauce on it, and it's really good. Previously, my favorite thing there was called a belt. It's like a bagel sandwich, and it's got egg, lettuce, tomato, and then you can get like a sausage patty or something on it too. Seriously. Yeah. Sausage loaded box. Katie. The things that like just pop out of my mouth. It's as bad as the kids some days. Worse than the kids, because I should know. I should know better. Oh well. At least that one was funny. Actually, yeah, that's the thing that is happening. I just realized, I'm like, it's not that I don't have like a good selection of Obi left. I don't have a lot of florals left. Like, this is one of the last... Yeah, it's one of the last ones. Okay. So, that's something to be mindful of. I need a trip to Japan just for kimono and obi. Because that is something that, like, yes, again, I can buy it online, but it is far better to be able to see it in person. And hopefully being able to see, like, the damage that I'm not able to work around and stuff like that before I get it home. That's not always true, as is evidenced by my actual, like, stock. But plus I know how much... And here's the thing. I don't want to pay the finder's fee. That's where I'm at with it. I'm like, get it if you can get it. But I don't want to pay it. There's a guy out in Banff. This was such a weird interaction last year. And I forgot about it until just now. I just twigged. But he was selling off his kimono collection. And so I made him... It was a bargain offer. Because he was like, well, you probably know how much this is worth better than me. And so I made him an offer of what it would be like if I was buying it in Japan. And he was all like aghast. Because he was like, well, I can get like 4 times that amount. And I'm like, okay, go for it. I don't fucking care. But that's what I can buy it for in Japan. So you got conned. And then the other part of it is he is like, so whatever. It was like a weird interaction. I kind of had my qualms about it anyway. And then that happened. And then he like messaged me from his business account and was like, I blocked you so that the temptation wasn't too great. And I'm like, fucking weirdo. You tattled on yourself. So I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad he didn't follow through on that one. Yeah, I think, right? I agree. I think, yeah, even more than the cotton and cotton linen blends and stuff like that, because there's different wear marks on these things that you can't see necessarily in photos, whereas it's new fabric, even if I was buying it online, now I probably have a pretty good idea of what I was getting and stuff like that, so. God, I forgot about that interaction. All right. Can hear my gorgeous drum. What are we doing here? That, because that gets that magatama up here. It avoids some staining down here. Looks good to me. I'm pretty sure I had the strap connector on the other portion, but looking at this, I think I should cut it right here. Yeah. Be about center there. And then do I try to eke out sweet good lord from the magatama there. I'm sure this is 100% not how I laid this out yesterday, but when do I ever follow through on what my plans are for laying out? Well, that's a lie. We did actually follow through pretty... I followed my own rules today, more or less. But this makes sense. I may as well use all these magatama that are like around the drum. I think it's a drum. I don't actually know. I should look up the motif and learn a little bit more about it. That's a good one though for like a bookmark and stuff like that later. That is actually the plan for a lot of these cuts, is bookmarks and things. But like, look at that. That's gonna look really cute. Or like elegant or whatever the hell you wanna. I don't know. I never know if I should call these cute or like elegant or what. But that's gonna look good. Doesn't matter. It's gonna look good. Yeah, looking at how these are selling and stuff like that, and like how much these do typically take. So I usually estimate that each obi will give me 3 bags. Do they always like give me 3 bags? No, but like general guidelines. I can't remember where I was going to go with it. Oh, right. When we go in February, I'll have to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mostly prioritize purchasing like obi and kimono. And then when I go back, it'll be the cotton linen blends. Because realistically, at this point, I still have enough new fabric. And I don't know if we're going to have a big cut session before Knit City or if we're just going to work through. I think it's mostly we're going to work through what we had cut for Dawson. So I say that now. There's probably going to be a massive cut session after Vibrations and then absolute panic making. The eldest is like super excited about kindergarten, but have been asking like every day when they're going to kindergarten. It's like, child, you gotta wait. Like, we're not going till September. You gotta get through the whole summer. I'm extremely glad they're excited. But, holy. We registered them, so this is Miss 5. But they're registered for Sparks now. And Dallas was like, are we gonna tell them? And I'm like, no. No, we're not going to tell them until like we're pulling into Sparks when it starts, because I don't want to have to deal with the questions every day of when they're going to start. It'll be worse than kindergarten. Because at least I can tell them when kindergarten's going to start for sure. So. Right, it's a good average, and like definitely we have worked with more. Sorry, I have to keep coming to the laptop because it's like, you're way over there tonight. I don't even know. Am I? Oh yeah, I am on the screen. Okay. Yeah, it's a good average, and as you've seen, like we get more out of some and less out of others, and blah 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 blah. But knowing those numbers now. And knowing, like, I'm actually serious. I think I'm going to take so I think for, like, templates, the stuff I would take would be, like, these traveler pouch ones. Maybe not these smaller pieces, but, like, the back and probably the mid fronts, because then I could, like, lay those out on the bags. And then maybe the first one that actually popped into my head, hilariously enough, is the Sheena. But the belt bag actually would be the other good one, because the belt bags have been extremely popular. But yeah, then you could lay them out while I'm like shopping in the booth and stuff like that. I don't know what to do yet. But like that weighs practically nothing, so. All right. Good. Right there. And right there. This is such a gorgeous yellow in the back. It's like super kind of, I'd probably put it in that mustard gold colorway again, actually, is where I'd put it. hate that little, I understand the reasoning behind it, but I hate having to cut that little like divot. It annoys me every time. No. Cut. Okay, there. Good. Whee. Whee. Excellent. Okay, so now I do know that the interior for this one is actually this obi. Brain's not here. Oh, that needs to be. Oh, I see. It's because of the. So this is one drawback to this amount of like embroidery, is it does make the interfacing obviously adheres, but it adheres to the embroidery threads, not the front fabric necessarily. That is spectacular though. That actually came out better than I anticipated. Okay, lots of magatama. Interiors are a tomorrow task. Interiors are a tomorrow task, but at least I know which one that's for. So we got 2 more to cut the exteriors for, and then I'm going to bed. I'm done. I'm toasty toast. Okay, what are we prioritizing here? No, I took a diagram of the other portion. Okay. Because the back exterior is going to be just the brown, but I'm able to get a couple pockets from it as well. Warm? It is warm. Yeah, it's a good warm yellow. Ow. Just like walked into a box. Of course. That's not a surprise, to be honest. Okay. Traveler pouch. Right, we're going to do one. And 2. Yeah. No, that looks really good, actually. And then, was I doing... I don't think I was cutting the base. I was cutting the strap connector? Or was I doing the... Oh, no, I was doing the base because then I could get this big floral right here, right? Does that sound right? Or was I doing that as the strap connector? Base, I get more of the plum blossoms and stuff like that, which are gorgeous. Yeah, we're going to do the plum. I'm going to focus on the plum blossoms, and actually, if I shimmy this one down, I probably can get the strap connector right there. Don't even have to shimmy it down, to be honest. Good. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Did I have these for Knit City Calgary last year? Had I started? When did I start making the Traveler Sling? It's a blur. Because I know that the minis were new last year in July. I wonder when the first appearance of the Traveler Sling was. I'm sure it's in the video archives, but do I want to dig through that many hours of footage? Fuck no. Probably what I should do is I should start going in and just like amalgamating the two. Like if I do multiple streams per day, download them and just like smash them together. No editing beyond like, bloop. There you go. All the hours it does feel very daunting for anyone approaching it, I guess, outside of... Yeah, whatever. People have free will. They can choose what they want to do. I'm not the mom. Not the mama. Not the mama. Well, of the YouTube people. I don't know how far that show got. Apparently, so if you're Canadian, I did not know this, but apparently Dinosaur, I think that's what it was called, or Dinosaurs, was actually a Canadian show. Anyway, the tagline of it that I always remember is the baby hitting the dad over the head of like, not the mama, not the mama. Very dated. I used to have a toy of it though, and it would be like a press button, and it would make the baby like move. The frying pan would move. The frying pan in the baby's hand would move. There we go. Get there eventually, right? Same thing, I'll cut the back exterior piece because I know it's coming from this like big one, and then we'll do the interiors tomorrow, including the pockets. Yeah, we can do leather. Okay, cool. Yeah, I sent her the costs and everything for them the other day, so if we're good with that, I can definitely do the leather for them. I think with the bunnies, what I would suggest with those is we'll do the pull-up leather probably, because it's like the nice, it's that warm brown that looks really good with it. And then, so the leather will match on both of them. Let me see. Let me pull the fabric. That's what I had in my head, and then it'll be like a navy polypro. Navy polypro, like webbing for the D-ring tabs, and gold D-rings, and then gold hardware for the gold hardware on the bag, gold hardware on the strap. There we go. So that's the pull-up leather. Oh God, you can't even see the fabric. Anyway, it's a nice warm brown one. So that's what I was thinking for the handles, and for the, if you're going with a leather strap, that would be the same then as well. It's like stiff right now, but it like softens up really nice. I actually have a strap made from it when I was experimenting with the stuff. For the like first round of bags that haven't been produced because I was not happy with how it wore, to be honest. But the strap's still good. Oh boy. Yeah, I think Mid-City. Mid-City rings a bell for the Traveler Slings, but I'm like, has it been that long and that short at the same time? They fit in so well, I guess might be the best reason why. Okay, and then that's some pockets and stuff like that. We'll figure that out tomorrow. So my hope is that I'll be able to come on and stream most evenings after the kiddos go to bed. I'll see how that goes. I'll see how my like stamina stays. I am trying not to do like just complete soul destroying right now. That'll be September. Actually, I guess I gotta be careful in September too, because now we got kindergarten, so I have, like, we're usually there before kindergarten starts, but like now we are on a deadline for when they need to be at the classroom. So okay, sweet. I will get her a an invoice set up then, and we can arrange that for sure. Yeah, because I offered up that we could do the like the polypro or the cotton or the leather. So, oh, we can do that. What was happening here? We were doing. I will put that together tomorrow for her and email it over my morning time, just so I make sure I don't miss anything. Right? Is that what we were doing? It looks like it. And then we're having. Oh right, I do. There we go. I'm pretty sure we were doing this here. Yep. And then we're just gonna plop this right here. Yes, no. Oh right, it was gonna go over here because then it picks up the majority of that daisy. But it's also not going to look too out of place when we sew it on all together. Looks good. Okay, cool. Oh, strap connector. Can go right here, right? Okay, last cuts for tonight, then bedtime. Good. Good. This one's definitely does not have as much body. It's a lighter weight with the silk and everything like that. So, but still a very satisfying like cut sound, which is awesome. You know, a lot of that negative space will get taken up by the base, but honestly, I think I like it better. Do I like it better? Yeah. Okay. There's the majority of the front of that one. And so we've got the strap connector and the back left to cut. Even Flynn's like, I'm out of here, lady. See ya. It's too late for this nonsense. God, I used to work till like, well, you've seen me work at all hours, but like, I don't know how I did it when I was working full time. I guess I was like 11 years ago. That's probably how I did it. But it was like up till midnight, 1 o'clock, like regularly, and then like up for work, and then, yeah, what the hell? And I'm still a night owl, but like societal dictates are up with the dawn, apparently. Yeah, it'll get sucked up by the seam, but I think that's still... So it'll get sucked up by the seam. I think that is actually the seam, the full seam allowance. I took my fake nails off tonight, and now I'm like, oh, I want them back. These ones were not reusable, though, and they were toast. So, good to know. Yeah, that's actually... the seam allowance is going to go right about there, depending on like how close I get to it. So yeah, putting it down means that I basically just don't take up as much of the motif into the seam allowance. Ha! There we go. Oh my god. Okay. So what we have left is all the interior pieces, because that requires research now. They are all here. They are all pressed. But yeah, I'll watch the video, and then it'll just make it easier, because I can scrub the video and go quickly through it. Because it's like I've got the blue, I've got the green, I've got the red, and I've got the floral clouds and the Hawaii. And I'm like 80% sure I know where most of these go, but like, let's do it on a fresh brain tomorrow. Thanks, Wendy. I'll chat with you soon. Yeah, and I'll get that sent off to your number 2 kiddo so that we can get everything arranged. But I will do it in the morning, so I'll chat with you soon.